First and foremost, I'd like to say, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Amashiach Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakal Kadash. This is your brother, Saint Shayala, and I'm back with you with another video. Okay, this is going to be the real Shabbat. Because a lot of y'all practice the fixed Shabbat, which is from Friday night to Saturday night, sundown. And that's not biblical, it's not accurate. And we're going to go over a few precepts that are going to show that that's not accurate. And what we need to go on doing is practicing or observing the lunar Shabbat. This is a couple of notes that I got compiled. I'm not going to go into a deep synopsis, just a quick breakdown. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Shabbat day to keep it holy. This is verse 9. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. 10. But the seventh day is the Shabbat of the Lord thy God. And in it, Salakia, thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within the gates. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Shabbat day and hallowed it. Now, if y'all want to go into the Strongs, all right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 14. And Yahweh said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. So the Most High gave us lights, which are stars, sun, and the moon to be signs, seasons, days, and years. The seasons, days, and years is not only the time, but how we're supposed to keep track of it as well. This is Psalms chapter 104, verse 19. He appointed the moon for seasons. The sun knoweth his going down. Out of all the lights he put into the sky, he appointed and chose the moon to be the keeper of time and the seasons. The new day starts with the sun going down. So that's the evening. This is a diagram of how the new moon is right here. And this is another scripture about how we know what the Hebrew day is. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, Salakia, verse 5. And Yahweh called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. As soon as the sun sets, it starts a brand new day of the 24-hour cycle. So a Hebrew day is what? Sunset to sunset. A new day does not start at 12 a.m. Now, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak, Salakia, great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and that they shall be given into his hand until time and times and the dividing times. The elite enemy has changed the times, laws and times, the ordinances, how we keep track of time and the seasons. That's why they have to keep adjusting days, years, and time to keep up with their inconsistencies and their mythology. See, Esau has everything backwards over here, man. See, in those days we read from left to right. Over here we read in the ancient days, a book or any scroll was written from right to left. These days it's from left to right. The new year starts in January when everything is dead, but really the new year starts around Passover in the springtime when all the vegetation is grown green again, man. See, they change everything around. I'm gonna go back to how we know that the new moon. This is more new moon precepts. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 20, verse 25. And the king sat upon his seat, as at other times, even upon his seat by the wall. And Jonathan arose, and Abner sat by Saul's side, and David's place was empty. 26. Nevertheless, Saul spake not anything that day, for he thought something have befallen him. He is not clean. Surely he is not clean. When we were not clean because of the law, for example, after having sex until cleansing and the sun setting, we were unclean. So you couldn't come into the congregation if you were unclean. Sex or copulation is an unclean act, and you would not be clean until the evening of the next day. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 20, verse 27. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, that David's place was empty, and Saul said unto Jonathan his son, Wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meet, neither yesterday or today? So, on the next day, the scriptures said, on the second day of the month, that means the new moon was the first day in the Shabbat. So, now that we know how to calculate the new moon, this is a great app to do it. So, this is November. So, it says the new moon will be on November 15th. So, what we would do, this is November 15th. So, a Hebrew day is sundown to sundown. So, you'll go to the day before, the 15th. So, the 14th is when the new moon Sabbath starts at sunset to the 15th sunset. So for the next passing weeks until the new moon, the new Shabbat would be Saturday night to Sunday night. Shalom.